Welcome, everyone, to Good Friday. Happy 2024. And I'm joined with our one and only Mr. Piquet. How are you doing, LOL?
I'm doing well. I'm doing
One
well.
by one by one.
Yeah,
Nice 2024 break. Nice Christmas and New Year.
yeah, nice break. It was the chance to disconnect and to go back to my source, and establish a strong plan for 2024. But
And
no, I had
how's
a
that
good
plan
time.
looking?
We are going to carbon fiber.
There we go. Classic.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a good year. We have so many good things in the pipeline, so and new ones. So that's so no, but honestly, yeah, it was a great time with my family. I know you spent time with your family as well, right? Went back to your true source, right?
Yeah, it's really important. It's important to recharge and all. And yeah, so the whole Apollo team had Christmas off, the Christmas week off, just because it's so important, to just step out, have a little grateful moment, spend time with the family, and then come back a bit more recharged for 2024. So it's going to be a very big year for us. We have a lot of products. We have the Pro being delivered in the next few weeks to all of our Indiegogo backers and our purchases, which is so exciting. Again, we saw it in China 2 months ago, the final production, and it's miles ahead of what it was from the first sample, and I'm just really excited to get the consumer feedback. And then we have the Go launching soon, which is going to be really exciting. And we'll talk a little bit about the beta testers and get some of your feedback on that in this talk today. And then what else is there for 2024? I think there's anything else that I'm missing at all. I think it's more distribution expansion, which is going to be huge for us. Don't know if there's anything else that's quite big on the hardware or software side.
Software, there's so much. There's going to be the Apollo Amp, right? That we already introduced a little bit of points. We are working on new scooters as well, right? We're trying out a couple new format, so that's going to be interesting. And most likely accessories. I was saying carbon fiber, but that's one of the accessory. It's a handlebar extender for the air in the city, so people can put their regular stuff. And it's fitting. I just tried it and it worked. So that's a good news for everyone with Air and City and the Go even. Yeah, no, there's just so many things, right? Every month
Yeah.
there's new things, and right now what we're really focusing on is blocks. We're doing a ton of blocks for the lock for all those accessories to fit, but worst way to share your screen.
No, it's great. And that's great. I think what we can do is we can go through, we can give a quick Pro update, then we can go through the Go, just a bit of early feedback of what you're seeing on the beta riders for the Go, just to share with the audience. And then we can go for accessories, because again, like even the City extra handlebar that you just showed, that all comes back from customer feedback, always being like, oh, we want more accessories. And we know how scooter riders are. They love having 100 different gadgets all over their scooter, which is great. So I'm very curious to see here in the comments as well if anybody else has any feedback or comments on it. But yeah, just a quick hi to Zav, Carvin, don't get too excited, Nadim, Austin, and everyone else. Thank you for joining. So yeah, let's go into the Pro. We've gone through a lot of the Pro last things, updates and everything else. It's coming in the next 2 weeks. Is there anything else that we want to share about the Pro LOA to customers, or that's pretty much it from the last video that we did a few weeks ago?
No, there's nothing else that is new about the Pro, which is a good thing. Everything is going really well. So now we are just impatiently waiting for people to get it and start getting some feedback, and hopefully everything's going to go well. We are always in that transition of okay, production is great, the defect rate is all-time low. Now we wait for the delivery. That being said, I think, like we mentioned before, it's a scooter that we are the most confident about that we are about to deliver, because there was so much of the beta testing and the 2.5 years in the making. So 99.9% sure everything's going to be fine. But there's always that little...
Yeah, but the reality as well is I think it's really important to share with the audience. The higher price point, the more power, the more complexity. When we're launching the Go, the Go should be a walk in the park compared to the Pro. The Pro is just, again, it's a dual 1,200 watt motors. It's a big scooter with a lot of moving parts, and there's a lot of electronics and suspension and all this stuff. So again, to be able to do a flawless execution is really, really, really hard. But I think, again, compared to any competitor or anybody else in the market, I think we've done a really good job. So we'll see in the next few weeks of the feedback. But keep your eyes peeled, guys. I think there's gonna be a lot of reviews and a lot of just happy customers getting it. So if you have been waiting, thank you very much for your support, and we can't wait to hear your feedback and see those smiles and photos. So that's on the Pro. So that should be coming in the next few weeks. Our marketing team has been reaching out to all customers with ETAs. If you haven't got anything, please reach out to us and I'll give you a heads up. So let's switch gears to the Go, Eloi. So do you want to give a quick summary of the beta program? Again, just an overview to share where we're at, why we do it, and any feedback so far that you want to share with the audience?
Yeah. So we, like Chris mentioned, went to China. We produced the Apollo Pro, and we supervised that production. But at the same time, the Apollo Go was being produced. We took those units and airshipped them to a handful of beta testers. This is a smaller group compared to the 150 people that tested the Pro, just because of the reason that Chris mentioned. The same system. It's a smaller scooter, so and it needed to be accelerated too. The Pro was a lot of data that we had to analyze. So we started, and people are all writing it. Some people are already at 1,000 kilometers, which is shocking. It's crazy.
Shout out, Marty.
Yeah, shout out, Martin. And so far, the results are great. On the Pro, the first time that we had the beta group, because the only thing I can do is compare to the Pro right now of people getting an early product like this, and it's a world of difference. Like the Pro, you had the suspension squeaking, you had the problem with the lights and a bunch of stuff, and on top of that, the IoT at the end. Right now, people are like nitpicking. They're saying maybe the kickstand is not strong enough. The kickstand we already replaced it for the production one. There was that. There was the suspension. People, it's either they love it or they don't love it. And it seems like when you're above 230 pounds, the suspension at the back is not stiff enough. But I was expecting that, and the Go is really not tailored for people that are this weight. We wanted people to test it that are this weight to see how resistant it is, and we want the whole spectrum of customer to test it. But yeah, it seems like over 230 pounds, maybe you should go for the city, or maybe we should at least offer different suspension setting, like another cartridge with stiffer spring for those people. So I think regardless, I'm gonna make the rear a bit stiffer, but so far it's overwhelmingly positive. Everything is still stiff. There's no throttle sticking, there's no folding mechanism being loose. People love the front suspension, which was our big question about the scooter. It's the first time we do a direction and a suspension built into one piece, at least this way. And people love it so far, the front suspension. There's nothing wrong with it. The 9-inch tire, there's one person that mentioned it, that they hit a gigantic pothole. They crashed and broke their wrist, unfortunately. But it's because of the puddle. They sent a picture, and even the Pro would have been the same outcome, except this person. Nobody else is, I think, even realizing that it's 9-inch the tire. It just feels like a 10-inch. So that's fantastic, and people love the acceleration. We have one of our beta customers that is living in San Francisco, and he mentioned that he's living on the top of the highest and steepest hill in San Francisco, which I don't know which one it is. Maybe someone in the chat know which hill it is. But I remember this summer we're there, me and Chris, and even getting up with a car, we were like this. What the fuck? So the fact that this scooter is able to get up those hills, it's crazy to me. I was not expecting that personally from this little 36-volt scooter. I know the torque was great, but San Francisco, it's something else, So that's very great to hear. And this guy is pretty heavy too. He's 210 pounds, I think. Hopefully I don't get this wrong. Sorry, Mike. But yeah, so far, really good comments, and it's exactly what we thought, and the reason why we did a smaller beta group is this product is solid. There seems to be no squeaking. There again, no loose. The only last thing we need to do is the box that we finalized this week. Actually, the way we open it and the graphic on it. So that's going to be the only little difference that we see from the beta, and it's going to be the same thing as the Pro. We're going to be making a video about the V3 that should come out pretty soon, and we're going to be maybe Randy can send the chat when do we plan to drop that video, and then we're going to do a video that shows everything that was changed from the V3, what we learned from the beta for the final production. So stay tuned for this one. So overall, it's going really well right now, and even operationally inside Apollo, we learned a lot from the Pro beta that we're applying for this beta that makes the whole experience a lot smoother for people doing the survey on the app, or even us internally. We're booking the meeting, debriefing about it. So it's going well.
And just again to reiterate to everybody, the Go launch, I mean, the Go as a product in itself, it is the use purpose is entry-level dual motor scooter. So we want to make sure your expectations are set properly, right? It's like the front suspension and everything that I was talking about, they're great for an entry-level dual motor scooter. Don't compare the Pro versus a Go suspension. Of course, it's going to be a huge difference, right? And the whole purpose of the scooter is something that's the whole use purpose that we made it is a commuter scooter that could get up hills, because a huge portion of our customers are from California, and then their feedback is always, I want a single motor, but I need to get up the hills, but I don't want something that weighs 60, 70 pounds. So that's why the Go fits perfectly, and I think again it's a compromise on a lot of different things. Yes, we could have made the suspension softer and whatever, but it really is just a perfect overall scooter. Like, I'm in love with it. I think it's my perfect scooter, to be honest. And it's small enough to fit in your car, it's small enough to carry, but it's still got enough power, comfort, and it just looks great. I'll share very quickly here a quick just photo of what we have so far, if it works, but no. Here we go. And again, so this is some of the prototypes we put in colors here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is one of our beta testers in California testing out his Apollo Go. And this is a green sample. We're not going to actually launch colors. Curious to know what you guys say in the comments if colors would be of interest, but it's just really nice. Like everything. This is a hill test that they were doing, and then they were doing all different sides as well. So that's still a bit of a teaser, which is really exciting, and can't wait for this to come out. You guys will get more info. If you haven't signed up yet, just go on the Apollo Go page. You can leave your email there, and we'll be sending updates. There'll be a lot of updates next month, and this will be launched again. Hopefully delivery in May, I believe, is the first one. So anyway, to be updated, but super excited. And I thank you. A huge shout out again to the beta users who are riding ridiculous amounts of kilometers and all for this. It's really, really nice to see. So yeah, that's pretty much it on the Go. This as well, the Go will be available in Best Buys all around the US in 100 stores. It'll be available on websites and in Australia, etc. Dates pending, but yeah, we'll keep you updated on all that. So that's a Pro, and then the Go. Maybe we can start going into a few questions, and as well as anything else in terms of updates or anything else. I think that's pretty much it. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of exciting launches and new product reveals coming in the year, but we're not going to tell all of them to you now. We'll start putting out teasers and playing a few things, but there's going to be some really exciting news coming soon. So let's jump into the questions. So the first one is from Austin. Happy New Year. Would you consider offering a second, more powerful version of the Go, perhaps for an extra $500 inside, include 10-inch tires, a Bluetooth speaker, and dual 5,600 watt motors? Austin, no, unfortunately. I mean, pretty much everything you're describing here is a Polo City, 10-inch tires, dual 500 watt motors, not the Bluetooth speaker yet. I don't know if that's going to be potentially a consideration in the future. But no, I think what you guys can potentially expect is something under the Go, a single motor, something a bit more lighter. We're looking into that as an option because it's some people still want that single motor. So we'll get back to you on those ones. But no, for the time being, there won't be an upgraded Go. I think that would allow more people who desire to keep the same footprint of the Go, but with a couple more features and a quick ride, perhaps those who don't need as much range. Yeah, that's great. Great updates. So Bozo King, where are the pros at? Yes, so all the messages actually are going out today. So if you have a pre-order, you will be getting an update today by email. So please keep an eye on your emails. All the updates on the ETAs of when those are coming, they're all on their way, and they should be coming soon in January. So just a heads up, those are coming. So that's that. Hi Nadine from Barcelona. Carbon, that's what we did with Zev. Why doesn't Canada have extended warranty on the Pro? That's a $500 Canadian scooter. Great point. We're looking for providers of extended warranty. I think that's it. Nadine can speak more into this next week, but essentially we have extended warranty in the US, which is great. But Canada, we've been trying to find partners, and a lot of them have just not been reliable or worked. And so we're still working on it, and we will let you know if we have a solution soon. That is one of our big projects that we're working on. How long until the seat for the Pro is released, Eloi?
I don't know. We've been focusing a lot on revamping all the accessories that are compatible with all models. But for the seat, well, two things. For the seat, if we do it, it's going to be a completely different shape. I want to do it with tube rather than CNC and whatever we have here. That's a tank. So I need to like remake a sample, open some mold, remake a sample, and then do it. If we are to do it, it's because of course I would like to do it. The seat is so nice, and even the CD23, we have the holes in the deck to have a seat there. Like we planned them in advance, but to open a mold of a seat is $50,000. So I think if we are to do it, maybe it's going to be like through like a pre-order, and if we see there's enough interest, then we're going to do it. But for right now, there's no update on the seat more than what you saw in the past.
Again, I know we showed photos of it and all the concepts. We are working on it. I think it's a huge feature. I think it's like literally turning your scooter into a moped. It's just we have a lot of launches to do and priorities, but it's in the works, and I'm sure something will come on soon.
And the holes really are cool there on the deck, right? People will be able to just screw it. So that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I remember me and Eloi tested the seat with two people when we had the first sample. It was great. It was a really fun ride. Okay, Corey, same thing. Where's the Pro? Again, you'll be getting, if you didn't pre-order one, you will be getting an email today with an update. So coming soon. So thanks again for your patience. Could one upgrade, this is from Near Venom, could one upgrade the City 2023 battery? What is the max voltage it can handle?
48. You're going to fry your controller, and if you replace your controller, well, then you can fit what amount of, you could fit 100 volt in there with just like one row of cell, but the controller itself and the rest, charging port, is built for 48.
Yeah. And again, if you do change your controller or do anything internal, you do void your warranty. We don't do this to punish you. We do this just to protect our customers, because there's a lot of aftermarket stuff that you can buy that can be very dangerous, especially with batteries, etc. Okay, Bozo King, again, I've replied to the Pro. It's coming. You'll get an update today. Any updates on the app? Looking for ability to customize number of turn signal blinks.
Yeah, the app, well, it's always ongoing. We were focusing really on making it even more stable. There will be a bigger update being pushed soon that we fix a lot of crash that we're seeing that was coming from the controller side. I'll spare you the details. Basically, the app, it's going to be 3 main phases. We're going to be fixing the bug. We're going to be launching it to support like the Connect Plus, the IoT with the pros and all the stuff, with the new feature that we talked about before, customizing the turning signal for the Pro because it's new scooter, and all the new models that are coming out as of now of the factory. Then the question is, for what about everybody who purchased it last year and maybe even the year before? The scooter is divided in 2 controllers. You have a controller for the display, and you have a controller for the body, the controller that the motors are connected to. They both require different apps to update those software. For the controller is the Apollo app, the one that you have. For the display, it requires honestly a Chinese app that is maybe because it's a weird way to connect and it's only available on Android, and we don't want people to download this because it's a disaster the experience and you can't understand anything in the app. So we worked with our partners that are making the controller to integrate that Chinese app-ish, those function into the SDK, our app that we have now. So we're going to be able, as of March, we're going to receive that update on Apollo side. So then we need to implement it. It's probably going to take another month, or a bit more or less, I don't know. But we're going to be able to update the display and the controller from the app. So what does that mean? Well, to have this update that Nirvan is referring, you need to be able to update the display. So now from the Apollo app, you're going to receive a notification that say update the display and the controller. You're going to update it, and then you're going to be able to customize the turning signal cruise control option that we have now, that you can leave your finger for 3 seconds on the left turning signal to kick in the cruise control. And you're going to be able to customize, do you want 7 blinks for the turning signal or you want infinite blinks? So to answer your question, as of roughly mid-April, I think we should be able to launch the update just in time for the season.
Cool. Thanks, Elmar. That's great. Mike, would you guys offer the option in the future to purchase the V7 headsets and top housing for the latch for the Pro beta units?
The problem with this, the headset, it's compatible. The problem with it is there's nowhere to latch it on the deck, right? If you buy the headset, okay, you have the new latch, but the deck, you need the button to fit the old plate, to fit the new plate with the hole for the button and the button on the old scooter. You need to see it inside, so you won't even be able to put the deck on the body. So no, if you buy a spare part, yes, it's going to be the new headset with the latch, but there won't be a button dedicated coming with it to put it on the deck because it's simply not possible.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I was looking where the quad lock case is at. I don't know what you're referring to specifically on that one. I guess for the Pro.
I'm gonna get it at the same time as a scooter. I think
okay.
Well, it's always ongoing. We're ordering a bunch. Like I saw something 3 days ago, but they're just right to CX, please, and they're gonna let you know exactly when.
Yeah. Cool. Why 9-inch wheels on the Go and not 10-inch wheels? There's a lot of reasons for this. Box sizing. Again, we tested the two and seeing the difference between suspension comfort and actually ride quality was very, very similar. And one of the big ones is box sizing, making sure it can fit on the shelves in Best Buy, for example, is one of the reasons. Again, we wouldn't sacrifice, rider quality and comfort over it, but seeing as there was minimal difference, like it was not worth going up to a 10-inch, just because again, the Go is supposed to be a bit more portable, a bit more compact, while still giving you good performance. So you have to find compromises in different ways. I don't know if there's anything else you want to add on to that.
No, I think for the lineup, it makes sense too, right? You have the 9-inch, you have the 10-inch, maybe the 11-inch, and you have the 12-inch. So it makes total sense. And even our code name is A9, A10, A something, and A12. So it just makes sense, and it's a good differentiator with the city too. But most importantly, it's those Best Buy shelves. It's on there. And like Chris said, there was no way I was going to make a scooter that is not comfortable, and we were going to make a scooter that is not comfortable. And when we tried the suspension of the Go, like, okay, well, there's no need to have the 10-inch. Like, it's just as comfortable, if not more, as the city, surprisingly. That's the reason why.
Cool. Thank you. Release dates of Explorer. So Hans, so we did do an update at the end of the last year. The Explorer is on pause for now. Again, simply because of the price point, the complexity, and a lot of moving parts of it. We wanted to prioritize the Go as a scooter first, as a more entry level, and then the Explore. Again, it's ready to go. We're doing a bit more testing, a bit more consumer feedback, because it's a very foreign concept. And one of the biggest things from a lot of our feedback was people are very scared of the front forward facing. They would want to test it before trying and buying it, and there's a lot of complexities behind the release of it. So right now it's on pause. Doesn't mean that it's going to be scrapped or launched. We're still deciding internally whether we're going to launch it or not. So we'll keep you updated on that. Still an incredible scooter. I loved it. I think it's just a consumer perception. What is the final weight looking like for the Go? Do you know what it is on top of your head?
48 pounds.
48 pounds. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. 48 pounds again for dual motor, which is not bad. What is the range looking like for the Go? I think it's still in testing, but I think realistically,
you see, there's people at 270 pounds and gunning it. They're doing 11 miles. In average, people are getting closer to 20 miles per charge. But me personally, like on the scooter, throughout multiple trips, I guess that impacted a little bit because the voltage can go up a little bit when you stop using it, compared to just running it constantly. I did 45 kilometers. So in miles, what is that? It's 27 miles with it, and recorded too. I have the proof. And going like regular speed too. I was not like turning in circle. I was downtown, going to the restaurant, coming back. So that's what is possible with a Go.
And that's probably not in optimal conditions as well. It's probably Montreal where it's cold, etc.
Yeah, with the hail on the street.
Yeah, but again, we're still doing all the tests, so we'll be publishing official stats when we do the launch. But yeah, like Alwa mentioned, it's all about how you ride. But again, there's a 15 AH battery in the Go, so that should get you again more than enough on a daily trip. Bryce, when will you pursue UL certifications for Polo scooters? Great question. We have been pursuing UL for the last 6 to 12 months. All our new cities and pros all have UL 2272 certification. The reason we don't advertise it too much on the website right now, I think, is because there was a shift between the old ones and the new ones. You don't just get the certification and it works for everything. There's a huge amount of complexity in the wiring and in the material used and everything of the scooter. So there was actually just a shift of stock. But all the Polo Pros, Elwa, correct me if I'm wrong, but all the Polo Pros have UL certification. So every
2023 models.
Yeah. So we're all set on that. But again, the old models, the Ghost and everything, except for the Phantom. The Phantom does not have UL certification. So that's really important for the US regulation, especially. Does the app now work in landscape mode, as I'd like to see the beautiful dot display too?
No, it doesn't, but it's in the pipeline. That's the most requested feature from the beta group. And from myself, I love it too. I think it's really cool. So we'll be adding it in 2024. Hopefully in time for the riding season. It's going to be part, I think, of the new redesign of the app that we're working on.
Cool, thank you. And then Boza King, last question: how many over-the-air updates have you sent to providers during the phase of the beta tests?
2. It was 2. One for the display, one for the controller, and it was linked to a bug with the speaker that we experienced. But yeah, 2, and the one for the display was done at the repair center. Because of the reason I explained at the beginning of this episode.
Cool. Perfect. Well, thank you so much, guys, for all of the questions. It's great to start the year with a lot of activity and a lot of people watching and contributing. Again, it's going to be a huge year for us. There's a lot of really cool updates and products coming. So please make sure, again, you subscribe to this channel. You subscribe to our email list and sign up for the Go and all that that's interesting to you. We'll be here every Friday giving updates as well and just being as transparent as we can in all the processes. Yeah, super excited for the year. And if you have any questions or comments, please let us know for next time. Elwa, thank you for joining as usual. And have a lovely weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.